Good afternoon, Clive. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Graham. Really well, thank you. Sun's shining.
Good. Glad it's shining where you are. We've got rain here, but
spring is on its way in the Mendips, Graham. We've had 4 seasons in about a week, I think, but today it's spring.
Well, I'm hoping it will spring over here soon.
Well, I'm sure it will very shortly. It's on its way, let's say.
Fingers crossed. So, we've got a good 5 with Clive session today, and we're going to talk about the Windsor Framework. Obviously,
yes.
Following on from the announcement recently regarding the Northern Ireland Protocol, and following on from a HMRC update that we had on the 7th of March. So,
yes.
I wondered if you can give a bit more information about what it is and what's going on.
Sure. I think, to be fair, there's not a lot to say around it at the moment. So appropriate a 5 of Clive is probably about the length of time that's needed, really. But I mean, as you know, EU and UK announced, I think it was 27th of February, this new Windsor Framework that replaces, which was really interesting to know, that actually replaces what we've known to be the Northern Ireland Protocol. So it's not an addition to or an amendment of, it's a replacement to the Northern Ireland Protocol. So that was something that came out of our session with HMRC on the 7th of March. That was really interesting. Probably the most significant piece of information that came out of that session. We know there's going to be further announcement. We have a budget. I mean, the Chancellor may well still be speaking now as we're speaking here.
Yeah, that's tomorrow, isn't it?
Apologies. So it's Wednesday, actually. Yeah. So tomorrow, there's the spring budget. Now, what we were said from HMRC's point of view on the 7th was that there would be more announced in the detail around the budget, and then further announcements following the budget. So there's a little lack of detail, as always is around these matters, until we see the devil of the detail. But in principle, obviously the trusted trader, which is a concept that HMRC are really focused on in and around such matters, stays. We're not sure whether or not, trusted traders, and that concept is in place at the moment as part of the Northern Ireland Protocol, will transfer, or companies will have to reapply for that status. But that is the kingpin to what we now have, as we've all known for some time. When we come in to the UK, there's a green lane and there's a red lane. Do I have anything to declare, or do I not have anything to declare? So that principle is being applied. So I think that's probably the most significant, as we know at the moment, change of detail for the framework, or the Windsor Framework, is that there will be a green lane, which means that goods that are staying within Northern Ireland will go green lane. The goods that are going to EU will go red lane. Now, in typical political fashion, there is lack of detail around, how do you qualify for your goods to go green lane?
Yeah.
Now, we know you've got to be a trusted trader, but the detail around that is yet to be defined. How do you become a trusted trader? And do companies qualify, and how they qualify? So that's unclear. So that's we're hoping to see some clarity around that in the coming days, weeks, and months. And also, what evidence do you need to provide to ensure your goods get green laned and not red laned? So what is it a commercial invoice to your prospective customer, or is it evidence that your goods are going to your own destination in Northern Ireland? So again, lack of detail and clarity at the moment in terms of what that information requirement is going to be. So they're the key things for me that need to come out of the budget and beyond. Now, I know we're working on putting together a seminar, or a webinar really with HMRC mid-April.
That's right.
Which we're hoping by then, some of the flesh has been put on the Windsor Framework, and we can then discuss that. Our members will be able to join that webinar as always, and get a greater insight into some of the detail. So I think that's pretty much where we are on it at the moment, Graham, which is that, Northern Ireland Protocol gone, moving goods in and out until the Windsor Framework is finalised is as is. So continue to keep doing what you're doing now is the line from HMRC. And then we'll see what the detail, that devil in the detail brings as regards to what the new requirements are. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the other thing to say as well is that this is going to be a phased implementation, which is typical around these frontier matters. So phasing will start in 2023, but HMRC are looking for this to be fully implemented some point in 2024. Yeah. So quite when in 2024, that's yet to be established.
Okay.
But we're not looking at a big bang. We're looking at a phased implementation. So I think for our members, that is far as we can go, I think, at this moment in time. I mean, no doubt you'll keep members up to date as any releases, particularly say from tomorrow's budget announcement. If there's anything in there that's relevant to the Windsor Framework or any further detail around it, then we'll obviously let members know through your emails and obviously the website. Yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. We'll keep everyone updated, and obviously that webinar, which will be, as you say, mid-April. Just awaiting confirmation from HMRC, but yeah, we'll get that shared with everyone once it's ready and everyone can book on.
And I think what the Windsor Framework is saying that, well, we got rid of that frontier, that border in the Irish Sea is gone. Well, we haven't seen any evidence of that. What they are saying is, and it's anecdotal at the moment, saying, well, you're not going to need to make a customs declaration or an import declaration if your goods are going to stay in Northern Ireland, but you're going to have to make one if the goods are going to the EU. Yeah. But again, if that is the case, then great, and that's a huge step forward, and it's less regulation and control around goods moving, unencumbered between GB in Northern Ireland, which quite frankly they should be able to. But we'll see what the detail brings. But I think message is continue to do what you're doing until that detail's released. And we know from HMRC's perspective, they're working in the background to put those meat on those bones that were politically been agreed.
Excellent.
Yeah. Excellent.
Well, hopefully we'll hear more from them soon, and yeah, tomorrow should be interesting.
Yes, and the days and weeks following. So yeah, as soon as the powers to be of flesh that all out, then absolutely we'll share with the members, and I know, as you always do, keep them informed and give them access to any changes or the changes that the Windsor Framework brings via our website.
Yeah, absolutely, will do. Okay, thanks very much, Clive.
Okay.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Good. Enjoy your run.
Yeah, yeah, you've noticed. Yeah.
Yes, very good.
Thank you, and the banner as well.
I wouldn't expect anything less than we have BWA in the picture, which is absolute. We need to get one to me, so I can actually do the same for the next 5 with Clive. But yeah.
Then expect a parcel shortly.
I will.
Okay, right. I'll see you on the next session.
Will do. You take care.
Thanks. Bye bye.